WWE Backlash, it was a wild night, especially the main event, John Cena, Randy Orton, undisputed WWE Championship. But while everyone was focused on big spots and the finish, I think there was one thing that was very crucial. Something said about John Cena's performance or a particular moment that almost everyone has overlooked. Today, we're going to be playing detective. Get that hat on, get that magnifying glass on. We're going to be going to Backlash to pinpoint a blink and you miss it type of detail involving John Cena that might just have some bigger implications than you might think. You might have seen the match, but did you really see this? Well, we're going to break it down. So, yes, Backlash was main evented by John Cena versus Randy Orton, undisputed WWE Championship. It's a match that we've seen what seems like 1,000 times, and it's something in which, well, it's never been great. Now, the ironic part of this match was the fact that Randy Orton versus John Cena was, well, better than Cody Rhodes versus John Cena at WrestleMania 41. A shocker, I know. And while, yes, it was a little bit of a letdown considering, well, nothing happened afterwards, something which I had hoped for, I think there is a little gratitude, a little appreciation that we should send WWE, John Cena, Triple H, Randy Orton, and it's two things. Number one, we did not get a weird finish. All right, we didn't get a weird finish. It was exactly what you thought it was going to be. It was going to be John Cena going over Randy Orton. You knew there was going to be ref bumps. You knew there was going to be some shenanigans going on, but they also didn't give us Travis Scott, something in which, well, I was a little bit afraid of, because if you look back and you see what they've done with Travis Scott, well, he's usually close by John Cena, whether it's the Elimination Chamber, where he and The Rock witnessed John Cena's evil heel turn, or it was WrestleMania, where John Cena had help from Travis Scott to go over Cody Rhodes. We didn't get him either. Now, coming out of this match, in which saw countless referee bumps, I mean, we're talking about peak TNA in 2010, right? Where there was numerous ref bumps in the main event. There was table spots, there was still steps. I mean, these guys, they stretched what they were able to do because they didn't have a lot to work with, and they had to really bring the psychology, and it just turned into a finisher spam. But it was after the match. After the match was interesting. So John Cena, he goes over, he hits a low blow title shot, right? Or title hit, if you will. And John Cena gets the mic and he cuts his promo, and he does his evil John Cena promo, right? Now, afterwards, the fans, they chanted, "Thank you, Cena." And John Cena, he took a minute in the ring and kind of looked perplexed. And then he got out of the ring and he grabbed the title and he got emotional right there on the apron. As he heard the fans chant for him, "Thank you, Cena." Well, it resonated with John Cena. It hit John Cena. This is supposed to be peak heel John Cena. Why is he showing emotion to the fans? After which he blames them every single time he shows up. Y'all, after Backlash, we have 24 appearances left for John Cena. 24. And that may seem a lot to you, but it's not. These are going to fly by. We knew that going into his retirement tour. We know that coming out of Backlash. Now, WWE, they have a string of PLEs coming up. Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia, June 28th. Saturday night's main event coming up. There's a lot going on. Money in the Bank, SummerSlam. There's a lot of events coming up. And John Cena, well, he's advertised for them. He's going to be working them shows. So you best believe that John Cena is going to be at least appearing on those shows. Like Saturday night's main event, I don't see him working. Why would you? You already have Jey Uso defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Logan Paul. That's your main event. Might as well just go with it, right? You don't need to go with anything too crazy, if you will. So yeah, we'll go with that direction. Night of Champions, Saudi Arabia. He's going to work. It's his last Saudi Arabia show. They're not booking another Saudi Arabia PLE this year. They're going to save that for the Royal Rumble in January. So they're going to go against the grain, if you will, from the 2 PLE in sweet Saudi Arabia. But John Cena versus Randy Orton. Did it meet my expectations? Yeah, I would say it will. Like, I thought it was always funny that over the years, WWE built up this great rivalry between John Cena and Randy Orton. Now, keep in mind that I'm a 30-year-old, so I have watched this product for a while, right? I was barely old enough to remember the Attitude Era, and I really remember the Ruthless Aggression Era, and then whatever you want to call the late 2010s or late 2000s, and then I was part of the PG era and everything like that. But I got to see John Cena's rise. Like, I was a member of the chain gang, if you will. Like, I bought uh, his chain. I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but when he was U.S. champion on SmackDown, he used to walk around with chains, right? He would do the chain gang. And WWE shops sold a necklace, and it was a spinner. And on the middle of it, or in the center of it, I should say, was a U.S. title type replica of the center plate, right? I was part of the chain gang, and I got to see Randy Orton's rise as well, a member of Evolution. I loved his babyface turn coming out of SummerSlam '04, him feuding with Triple H, but it just didn't click. He did not click as a babyface then. He was just not likable. So I got to witness them. And so, as someone who has grew up with these two guys being two of their biggest stars, I always laugh when WWE's like, oh, well, this is one of the biggest rivalries in WWE history. It's like, no, it's not. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, but that's not it, right? Like, just because you book two guys against each other literally 1,000 times and have them go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, doesn't mean it's a good rivalry. And it doesn't help that they don't really put on the greatest matches. Like, it's always the same. It's plotting, it's slow, it's methodical, and that's it. Like, I understand they're trying to tell a story, and I'm not a huge fan of like flippy floppy stuff, right? AEW style gets on my nerves. But like, I want to be told a story, but I also don't want to be bored out of my mind either. So like John Cena, Randy Orton, they try to tell a story. They've tried to tell many stories, and it wasn't that last night, right? Their history is not that. I don't know exactly what kind of story they were trying to tell us last night at Backlash. Like, all right, so we're doing a bunch of spammy finisher type match. That's it. I don't know what the story of it was. Was it the fact that the RKO is watered down and can't get the job done? Is it the fact that the double A or the AA, the attitude adjustment, it's a weak finish and no one can get beat by it once? Like, what was the point of that story? I don't know. I don't know. And hey, if there's someone down there in the comments here below that can tell me, well, I'd be very interested to hear it, but I ain't got an answer for you.